Jeffrey Gamer is not responsible for your game files. All mods in this tutorial have been tested and work properly. I strongly advise you back up your files as shown in this video in case you make any mistakes. I advise you watch the full video before installing any mods. Thanks.
What is going on, amazing beautiful people? Your boy Jeffrey Gamer is back at you with the second or third update video for GTA LSPDFR. As you all know, everything has been updated. Script took V, Rage, and LSPDFR. Folks, this is for Steam users, okay? And while this is going to work for the majority of everybody out there, it is not going to work for every single person out there. I can simply guarantee it. Please, no support questions in the comment section. Hit up the Discord. Go check out my amazing support team, and they'll get you rolling. I can almost guarantee it, but there are some issues out there that only a fresh install would fix. Now, throughout this video, you're going to see this guy right here pop up from time to time. When that happens, make sure you pay close attention, take notes, do what you got to do to follow those steps right off the bat. All right, first thing we want to do, folks, is let's locate our main directory. All right, and to do that, you're going to go to your disk drive that your Steam games are installed through. Program files times 86, Steam, Steam apps, common, okay? Your GTA folder will be right there. I have mine in a different disk drive. Okay, so there's my Grand Theft Auto folder. I am going to double click it. Now, folks, if you are playing your GTA just fine on a 2824, 2802, 2699, 2628, if your GTA is working, your mods are working, your LSPDFR is working, you do not need to do this, okay? This is for the folks that want to update their game because they don't have those older files, or they don't have the older LSPDFR, or they don't have the older Rage. Another thing is, once this video is dropped, we will no longer be supporting those older files. We do archive that channel and only open it for a few days when GTA updates, okay? With that being said, we got our main directory right here. As you can see, this particular file is on the 2699, and we want to update to the 2845. All right, so I'm going to minimize that, and I am going to bring up my Steam, okay? Bring up your Steam. You're going to go to Library, whoopsie, and then you're going to go to Grand Theft Auto. Right-click on that and click Manage, or hover over Manage. Go to Properties, click Properties. Go to Local Files, and Verify Integrity of Game Files. Click that. What this is going to do is it's going to bring your GTA up to snuff, up to date, and it's going to drop the 2845 files in there. Now, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and make y'all watch this, so we will be right back once it all verifies. All right, folks, so the files have validated, and as you can see, it says 4 files failed to validate and will be reacquired. Yours might say 7, 11, I don't know, it depends on how much you've jacked up your GTA folder. So once you get that done, we can exit out of this and exit out of our Steam. And now we can go back into our File Explorer, click this refresh button, and then scroll down. We should now be on the 2845. And there it is, 2845. So, if I launch my Rockstar right now, it's going to give me an error. There it is. 2845 is not supported, okay? Because I have the 2699 Rage installed. So, if you're getting that, let's fix that, okay? So, here's what we want to do, folks. The first major thing you want to do right now, right this moment, right-click on your desktop, create new folder, and name this 2845 GTA 5. Enter. Folks, please do this. So when GTA updates again, you don't have to come to the Discord for the backup files. You will have them, okay? So what you're going to do is in your main directory, you're going to grab these 4 files right here, okay? These 4 files. The GTA 5, GTA 5 language select, GTA 5 launcher, and play GTA 5. You can either right-click and copy them, or you can left-click and drag all 4 to this folder, but make sure it says copy to 2845. You see how it says copy? If it says move, do not drop them. If it says move, you're gonna right-click and copy, and then you're gonna go to the folder, right-click, and paste. and it will paste those 4 files right there in that folder. Keep this folder for safekeeping. Okay, I'm going to drag it over here for safekeeping, and we are good. All right, so now we have to update our LSPDFR and update our Rage and script hook. Let's do that. Folks, down below you will see the link for the LSPDFR, and it tells you right there it's for the build 2845. So what you want to do is simply click download this file. You're going to scroll all the way down and agree and download. And of course, we want the manual install right there. Manual install. Download. All right, and let it download. And while that's downloading, click the next link down below that says script hook V. Okay, right there. And as you can see, 2845, that's the version we're on. We're going to wait for this to pop up. There we go. And let's close out of that and minimize that. Now, let's click download right here for the script hook V. Download. And there we go. And exit out of the purchase me box and minimize the WinRAR and minimize our web browser. All right, we're still in our main directory right here. We got our mods folder, plugins, update, times 64, all that good stuff right here, folks. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, here's another caution, another warning, you're going to want to do this. LSPDFR actually, I don't even think LSPDFR updated. It didn't. Rage plugin hook did. So, what happens if we take our LSPDFR and copy all these files and drop them in? Well, I'm going to tell you what happens. Do not follow this step. I'm just doing this to explain. Believe me, you will thank me, especially those that are watching this type of video for the first time. Folks, inside of your LSPDFR folder, if you double click it, don't double click it, I'm just saying it. You've got 2 files in here, your keys INI and your LSPDFR INI. If I double click this keys INI, all these keys right here are very specific to the way I want my LSPDFR. I have changed maybe 70% of these keys in here meticulously, and I do not remember which ones were which. Well, I would if I really went through it, but we don't want to do that. If you're installing LSPDFR for the first time, this doesn't apply to you. If you already have LSPDFR installed and you've come into these keys INI and the LSPDFR INI, and if I go into the LSPDFR INI, same thing. Preload all models, false, and then there's a chase cam I disable and a couple of other things I change. We don't want to replace these. There's no need to. If LSPDFR updates to a better version where they added stuff in, like last update that they actually did was like the flashlight and a couple of other things, the intimidation where you hold your gun, then we have to change these, right? Because the INIs have changed. In this case, the INIs did not change. So if you want to keep your INIs the way they are, you're going to want to follow this step. I'm going to go back to the main directory front page. Again, LSPDFR, mods, plugin folder. All right, you got a buffer zone right here. Make sure it's not all tight. You want that buffer zone right there. All right, folks, over here in the LSPDFR WinRAR, double click this LSPDFR folder and holding your control key, you're going to select the keys INI and the LSPDFR INI. And you're simply, again, this is for folks that are only updating their LSPDFR and don't want to change their INIs. If you are installing LSPDFR for the first time, do not do this step. All right, so we're going to right click and we're going to delete these. Just like that. They are gone out of that WinRAR. Now we are going to click back right here. So it brings us back to this front page. Now what we're going to do is highlight everything except licenses. Hold your control key and get rid of this RPH README. We don't need that either. Oh, crap. Why did I do that? All the other files we want to keep. Left click, drag, and drop. Now, because we deleted those keys and LSPDFR INIs out of this folder, they're not going to overwrite our LSPDFR INIs in this folder. Replace all files. Yes, we want to do that. And there we go. 3, 2, 1. And now, damn it, that would have been so cool. All right, so once they're all in, you can just click right here to deselect all that and exit out. Folks, let's bring up our script hook V. And again, folks, I do not cut these update revert videos. I don't cut them. I edit them, but I don't cut them because I want to go all the way through. I don't care if this video takes longer than you want it to. It's just how it's going to be. This is for people that really need the explanation of everything. So in the script-took-v ini, double click this bin folder, and you only want two out of here, two files, script-took-v.dll, dinput8.dll. Okay, you are going to left click those, drag those into the buffer zone here, and drop them. Yes, we want to replace like that. Boom. All right, we can exit out of that. So like I said, we're going to try to launch into the game, and we're going to see if we A, can load in, or B, if we get the infinite loading screen. If we get the infinite loading screen, I'm going to show you how to combat that as well. Okay, so now what we want to do, two things we want to do. First thing is you want to scroll on down. This Rage plugin hook is now the 2.845 version. So what you want to do is this one down here is my 2699 Rage. I'm going to keep that there because I'm still rocking the 2699 file. So I'm not going to send it to my desktop. But what you want to do is you want to click it and then right click it and then send it to desktop, create shortcut. Okay. And then you can drag it down here and it'll be there for easy access. Secondly, what you want to do is go up here to the LSPDFR folder and go to LSPDFR configurator. And go through the steps right here. They're very simple. Click next. Show license. It's going to bring up the Rage license agreement. It's going to give you 4 seconds to read all of that because that's legit. And then accept. Okay. And just click do it for me. Just like that. And then boom. Successfully installed. So now is the moment of truth. Let's go down, and I'm going to use this one again because I did not send it to my desktop. I'm going to double click this, and what it's going to do is it's going to bring up Rage for the first time. This first load is going to bring up Rage. Right here, you want to make sure this is set at 60,000. So just get rid of the one, put a 6 there. Plugins, make sure all your plugins are checked. As you can see, Cop Holster is not. Or you can just simply click check all. And then go to, I like to disable the custom loading screen. That's just my preference. And then go here to game settings. Again, big thing you want to do here, go to game settings, go to backup game version, and backup current version. Just like that. It is going to back up your 2845 files as well as you saving them into that folder that we did earlier in the video. All right, once that is done, you can go ahead and click save and launch. Okay, this will only show up once. Click OK, and let's launch in. Again, folks, I'm not cutting anything out. I really, really feel it's important to show y'all from beginning to end with no cuts so that you can see if it worked or not. Now, I showed you at the beginning of the video that we tried to load into the game and it did not load in, right? So, because we were on the 2845 and, you know, the Rage that we had. So now we're going to try to load in, and it should load us in. And when it loads us in, we're going to see if we get into the game or if we get the infinite loading screen. Now, the first time loading in always takes a little longer because it's just loading in the updated LSPDFR Rage and script hook for the first time, and B, it might crash on you. It is not abnormal to have a crash on your first load up after updating your LSPDFR and that. As you can see, it's taking a little longer for it to kick on right here. Now, usually it'll kick on quicker, but because this is our first time loading it, we're just waiting for it to kick on, and it has not kicked on yet. I wonder why it hasn't kicked on yet, y'all. Again, listen, maybe I'll timestamp this, or you can just fast forward it. But sometimes this first time loading up will act wonky, okay? But I assure you, we'll get it going. We will get it working. This one is not working for some reason right now. Let's end it. let's end this. We're gonna stop it. If it lets me. It's not gonna let me. Come on now. Okay, and we may have to Control-Alt-Delete this, y'all. All right, we're gonna Control-Alt-Delete this, and Grand Theft Auto. Let's end task. Cannot hook, insufficient. Okay, so listen, don't freak out. This is totally cool. I'm telling you, this stuff happens. We're gonna click play on Steam again, and it might have done that because it was the first time. Let's load into it again, and I'm almost willing to bet that it's gonna fire up this time, folks. So you just get to sit here and listen to me talk a little more as there we go. See that? The first time, I don't know, it's weird. It might just be my game. Yours might load up on the first time. But for me, I have 1,000,001 mods in my LSPDFR. So, of course, it's going to take a couple of tries for it to load in. All right, so first step, first hurdle, we're over it. The game loaded up. We're in. We're good. Now, let's see if we load into the game or if we get the infinite loading screen. And, of course, I completely forgot to load in through my... Oh, Jeff, that's okay. I'm just going to Alt-Tab out, and I'm gonna fire up Rage. I should have launched it through Rage and not through Steam, so I got to start my Rage right now. But it's the same thing as starting it with Rage or not, so no biggie. Again, I don't want to cut this out. Now, if I click story mode, there we go, loading with Rage. I don't want to click story. I don't want to cut anything out because while loading in, I feel it's very important to actually show y'all that we load right in, okay? That this will work, because I know there's people that are going to hit the comment section. They're not even going to make it this far in the video, okay? But I promise you they will be in the comment section complaining and blaming me for breaking their PC. So I really like to show y'all that it worked. You saw that I wasn't able to load into the game. We updated everything, and now we're loading into the game. So we're going to let this load in with Rage. And once you see right where it says Grand Theft Auto, you will see like KTFDO and one other thing load in, which should be any moment. I'm going to take a sip of my Red Bull here, y'all. And again, if we get the infinite loading screen, I am going to show you how to get rid of that infinite loading screen, okay? Which I think we might have. I think we might have the infinite loading screen. Let's see. These infinite loading screens suck so bad. Now, what causes the infinite loading screen? It's going to be the update and update2.rpf folders that are inside the mods folder, right? So that's going to be what's causing it. So I'm thinking that's what's happened right here. So what we're going to do is we are going to Alt-Tab out, and we're going to end this task again. We're going to end our Grand Theft Auto again. All right, so now that we're back in here, here's what we want to do to get rid of that infinite loading screen. What you're going to do is you're going to go into your mods folder. Again, a little warning here, folks. By doing this, you are going to delete some of your DLC packs that you might have installed. Your DLC packs, your DLCs.rpfs, and your DLC.xmls. Like EUP. This might affect your EUP. You might have to reinstall EUP, LA Roads, LA Architect, Forest of San Andreas, stuff like that, okay? This is definitely going to delete that stuff, but it's going to fix your infinite loading screen. So here's what you want to do. In your mods folder, double-click your mods folder. double click your update folder, and you're going to take these two files right here, and you are going to delete them just like that. Then what you want to do is go back once, back twice, and go down to your update folder right here. Double click it. See these two files? Highlight them both. Right click. Copy. Okay, copy that. Then go back. And then go back into that mods folder. Go back into the update folder. And right here, you're going to right click and paste. It's going to put both of those files right below that ×64. And that should fix the infinite loading screen. Let's click back once. Back again. And I am going to launch through this right here, this Rage. Let's double click it, folks. Attempt number 2 or 3, if you count that first crash, into loading into the game. I explained the first crash. Usually you might get a crash on your first load up after updating your LSPDFR or your Rage. Secondly, if you get the infinite loading screen like we got the last time we loaded in, we just came out. We just replaced our update and update.rpf folders, and we're going to load back in. And again, folks, I'm not cutting any of this loading in out of this video. It is very important to me that you see that it works, okay? I hope the music is a lot better this time around. The last video, somebody was telling me how the music was just, it wasn't louder than my voice, but it was loud enough to where it might have been a bit distracting. So big shout out to you. I love constructive criticism because I don't make the videos for my own pleasure, obviously. I make the videos for you. The whole reason I'm here is you. So I make the videos for you. So when you give me constructive criticism, the music's too loud or this or this or this, I like to take that and incorporate it into my channel and make it better for your view and pleasure. Now, one thing I will never change is the time I take to explain things on my tutorials. For this one, for instance, I don't know at this point how long this video is going to be. Like I said, I could edit it down to 10, 13 minutes, but we're going to go with it being what it is because, again, this is for the people that really need it, not for the veterans. So I just really like to reiterate that to everybody. So we're gonna sit here, and again, if you look above the Grand Theft Auto 5 logo, I will see 2 of my mods. Usually it shows 2 of my mods load in. KTFDO, keep the F and doors open. That one will load in, and I forget the second one that it usually shows load in. There it is, KTFDO, sticky wheels, and delete last vehicle. So if you see those load up, if you got those mods and you see those load up right there, that's a good sign, folks. Now it should pop us into the game. There we go. It is now loading us into LSPDFR on the new 2845 version. Again, replacing those update and update2.rpf folders, it is going to delete some of your DLC.rpf files. If there's a way around it, please, somebody drop that in the comments section and I will pin it. If there's a way around that where you can replace those and not have them delete any of your stuff, please let me know and I will pin it for others to see. So, last thing I like to do is I like to force duty to show you that we can go on duty without the game crashing. This is an older dangle version. And this is a non-graphic modded file too. Oh, I was already on duty. I just went off duty. I forgot that this one loads me in already on duty. There we go. We're forced duty again. We're on duty. This is a non-graphic modded. This is vanilla graphics right here. It's still not bad. But there you have it, folks. We are loaded in, ladies and gentlemen. I know this video was an hour and a half long, but folks, it's so worth it. And it's full of tips and tricks and things that are going to help you in the future. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. If you skipped ahead and you missed those tips and tricks, you're going to want to go back and you're going to want to watch them, okay? If you're new here, please consider supporting the channel by hitting that subscribe button and ringing that bell so you know when new content, live streams, giveaways, vlogs, tutorials, dangle, you'll know when all those videos drop. Also, consider giving this video a thumbs up. The more thumbs up this video gets, the more people it can reach and teach, just like it did with you. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, be safe, be healthy, be positive, follow the rules, and obey the law. Your boy Jeffrey Gamer is out. We'll see you on the next one. Later, y'all.